Well, hello everyone, welcome back to Allcarnews, and we are here with a very special new vehicle, the 2025 Mercedes G63 AMG. And yes, there are actually quite a few changes for this model year, and we'll dive into all that in our full tour and review. But let's go take a drive of this wild SUV in this gorgeous China blue paint finish. We have plenty of options on this one, keyless access as well now, and we have the G package, essentially the manufacturer package. So we're getting a little G emblem on the door there, which is really cool. Stepping inside, a gorgeous interior. Nice solid door thunk still in this G-Wagon. Let's start it up. That V8 roars to life here. Have a nice sound of the door lock here. Oh, that just sounds absolutely awesome. And let's head off on a drive and talk about this updated SUV here, because this thing is a beast still, and I think they've done a lot of stuff here that really make this a little bit more modern, high-tech for all of the G-Wagon buyers. So of course, G63, we still have our V8 under the hood here, and we've been driving this thing over the course of the week. Shockingly, still have some fuel left, but there's a lot that has changed here, and it may visually not look like it, as the G-Wagon has remained a iconic shape. So Mercedes doesn't really want to mess with that too much, even though we have a mildly redesigned front bumper, some grille elements, new paints and wheel finishes, all that stuff. But the general shape is pretty much the same, which I think is fantastic. Now, a lot of the new changes are under the skin. Now, under the hood, our twin turbo V8 now gets a mild hybrid system, a 48-volt mild hybrid system, which adds a little bit more power and torque actually, which is really nice. So you have a little bit better, much more smoother auto stop start functionality. It's practically unnoticeable now with the integrated starter generator, which I think is fantastic. And on top of that, we also are getting an all-new suspension system on this AMG model here. So this is a hydraulic suspension system here that Mercedes and AMG have developed, and it is a fantastic experience in this G63. It really changes how this overall vehicle feels on the road and drives. So steering is way sharper than it honestly should be for a body-on-frame off-roader with 3 locking differentials. It also is just a much more smoother experience. You know, this hydraulic system, it kind of reacts at each corner a little bit better than a traditional suspension system would. It's not an air suspension, but it's really nice. It kind of helps to soak up bumps at each corner in a way, and it also aids in the 48-volt system as well to help control roll, pitch, and all those different directions in the suspension geometry there. So it really does create a little bit more of a stable, smoother experience, and helps to eliminate almost virtually a lot of those body-on-frame judders you may get from these types of vehicles. And I have to say, it does work really well. I've noticed that over the course of this week. It is a very smooth riding suspension, even over bumps. It handles it pretty well for what this vehicle is. And steering as well, it doesn't feel like a tall, big body-on-frame SUV. It feels a little bit more car-like in a sense, more car-like on that spectrum, I would say. Not car-like exactly, but it is definitely sharper, and the body control feels way more stable. So this suspension really does make a huge difference in the all-new 2025 G63 that we have here. Otherwise, on the inside, we're getting the new M-Bux system here. So we have the latest generation of the Mercedes-Benz user experience. This one is getting a full interior upgrade package. So we have really nice leather all over the place on the doors. We have heated armrests, heated side armrests as well. We have an Alcantara headliner on this vehicle, which really is, I think, absolutely awesome. And another thing with the suspension, let's just do a little quick acceleration in Sport Plus here for you guys, because it pops and cracks. This car is crazy. It's a off-roading SUV with supercar sounds, I like to call it. It really is a little nuts in Sport Plus. There are actual pops and bangs coming out of this exhaust system, which I think is absolutely crazy for this vehicle. But overall, I would say it's a really unique G-Wagon-esque driving experience still. Nothing in that regard has changed too much. With the really great visibility all around you. You have that really commanding feel of the road and a very luxurious, quiet feel in this cabin. This one's getting the massaging seats. We have the energizing comfort modes in here as well. There's just everything to really keep you entertained in your luxury pod of this vehicle. It really is. I love this system as well, and it feels just proper. It's nothing, no all digital touchscreen based. You have your touchscreen, you have the steering wheel controls, and you also have our touchpad control as well. So you can interact with this screen however you want. And I think that is more of a luxurious option than, you know, just being forced to go full touch. We still have physical climate knobs and stuff down here as well. So all of that still works really well in this vehicle. And I'm happy they were able to keep that in this latest generation G-Wagon. Thing is absolutely crazy, guys. And here, coming to a stop, I'm going to pop it into comfort here mode for you guys for a second, and it's going to come to a full stop. We have our auto brake hold, engine shuts off, and I can tell you right now, the second I tap my foot on this gas when we go, you're not going to feel absolutely nothing. It's that smooth of a system now with this integrated starter generator in the 2025 G63, and adds a little more boost, like I mentioned as well, which is really nice. Other great things about this particular one that we have, you know, we have an ionizing air filter as well, which is great. We have this really nice open pore wood trim in this particular one as well. We have a sunroof, of course. Did you see that? Did you feel it? I didn't feel it. I didn't realize the car turned back on, actually. It's that smooth and seamless here. So really great experience. Love that exhaust sound. Deep, dark rumbles, I like to call it, in this car. Really fantastic. Okay guys, we're just about to head out onto the highway here, and you know, you have all these amazing amenities in this car. I just still can't get over everything. And I love how this just feels so solid in this interior. Even driving it, you kind of have to have a little bit of some strength in some situations to really deal with the steering sometimes, but it is nowhere near as what it used to be. It's really good, actually, generally 99% of the time. Let's pop it back into Sport Plus for some pops and bangs, because this car does like to make some fun noises. I do have noticed that over the course of the week. Some downshifts for you guys. Listen to that. It is a snarling beast, this thing. Yeah, Mercedes quotes like a 0 to 60 in like 4-second-ish range. I totally can do that. But you know, I don't think that's the purpose of the G-Wagons. It's still look cool, it's to feel cool, and also you're getting just an incredibly high quality experience on all occasions when you're driving this vehicle. That really is what makes it. And this engine, the real magic with it, along with this new 48-volt system, is the incredible amounts of just low-end torque. I love how you can see the live data here, because the torque figure on this car is just wild, and it comes in really low at the rev range, and you can just effortlessly accelerate whenever you need to. The 9-speed gearbox works pretty well with this whole system. Really haven't had any issues or kind of noticed any stuttering or, you know, gear hunting or lagging, anything like that this week at all. It's just been a really great, smooth experience. And out here on the highway, you know, they also modified these A-pillars just a little bit for the most recent generation for a little bit more slipperiness in the aerodynamic department. It's still a box and wheels essentially, so that's nothing too crazy impressive, but it is a little bit better. There's a little bit of wind buffeting coming from these upper corner pieces. You can't really escape it with the shape of this car, but it does pretty well. It's generally really quiet. This glass is crazy thick, like crazy thick, and all of that's just really meant to aid in sound deadening, because at the end of the day, most G-Wagon owners will be driving them around as luxury vehicles, not taking them off-road in the mountains. It can do all of that stuff, but they're going to be spending their lives on the road. I love how it just hugs you when you go around the corner. Each side bolster kind of adjusts a little bit to keep you in the seat. It's just a great feeling. Also out here on the highway, we also have the full adaptive cruise control system and lane keep system on here. So let's have a look at that, because it actually works pretty well on this G-Wagon. So folks, I'm gonna open up our assisted view here on our digital cluster, and I like the little G-Wagon-esque vehicle there. I think that's epic, and I love how the radar adaptive cruise system works on this vehicle. Just like other Mercedes, it's pretty good. I just press on, activated, set my speed, and voila, that is it. We have steering assist as well. It is not a hands-free system, and I do not think you should be taking your hands off the wheel of this vehicle at all, and I don't think they should even offer that, because at the end of the day, this is meant to be a luxury vehicle that you're driving. So I like that they make you keep your hands on the wheel still. But overall, as an adaptive cruise system, it works really well, especially for a large body on frame vehicle. I've noticed that larger body on frame vehicles with their cruise systems, even some GM vehicles with Super Cruise, have not always done the best. I think just because of their size, a lot of these more camera-based focus systems get a little bit lost sometimes with the lanes, even as much as they're trying really hard to keep the vehicle centered in the lanes. It has a little trouble sometimes, I've noticed, but this does a pretty good job. I would not, feel super confident taking both hands off the wheel or something to, just go grab something if I needed to. It's not that kind of system, but if you're on more of a road trip in your G-Wagon and you want to have your foot off the accelerator and brake, that is totally comfortable, I would say, in this car. I love the graphics that Mercedes does on this display as well to change your following distance. It's a really cool style system. It looks like it's like targeting on the vehicle, which is really cool. And of course, you don't have to be in the assisted view screen to use it. You can go on any screen and you'll always have that data represented right up there on top for you. So that's really nice as well in the all new G63 for 2025. But again, to wrap up my week here with this G63 AMG, it has just been fantastic. I can't say enough good things about this car. I get it. I get why people can customize them and will wait years and years and years to have their G63 custom built and arrived to their doorstep. It's just a wonderful experience. It's a luxurious experience, and it's a very unique experience. It's the ultimate body on frame SUV, almost you could say, and I think it still retains that status very well. As always though, guys, thank you for joining us. Another review and POV drive over here at Allcarnews, and as always, stay tuned for more coming soon. Cheers.